Also, the last thing that's not on here that I'd like to address, Mrs. Drumheller's comments about the right-to-know law and maybe us being a little bit not wanting to give out information. In no way, shape, or form does anybody on staff or council want to impede or go against the right-to-know law. Lois, we are trying to be as transparent as possible. There's some quirks with the right-to-know law that I believe, and a lot of other people believe, on the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Not the intent of the law. The intent of the law is very good in my estimation. It's just procedurally, there's a lot of time that's being taken up, and I believe that's what Mr. Poach was just trying to say at the work session. Not that it's just information for the public. It's not that anybody comes in here and they file a right-to-know claim, not a claim, but a request. They will indeed get that information that they want in accordance with the right-to-know law. Everybody on both sides, the requester and the municipality, not just Monroeville, they have to follow the law the way the law is written. And the law has to be tweaked a little bit. And it's not only me saying this. I talk to my colleagues across the state, and they say the same thing. I went to an International City Managers Conference this past October, and I've talked with software companies and with a lot of municipalities, especially more so in California, and where we're all heading, which is a good thing. Transparency in government is a good thing. We have enough distrust in Washington, D.C., but on a local level, we don't have as much, and we don't want to get there. But where we're heading, and what I think is the answer to this, is virtually everything, not all things, personnel items, Social Security numbers, you're going to all have to scan anything that happened, any transactions, documents, anything like that, and it all goes on the website. So anybody that wants any information, you go on the website. Now we're years away from that here in Monroeville, and all the department heads could tell you at the staff meetings, I've been talking about this for 2-3 years. That's where we're heading. The reason I'm saying is I don't want the public to misunderstand, to think that we're trying to impede right to know. We're not. We're trying to be as transparent as possible. It's just that when you get so many, and you have other work to do, it's not that you're trying to put the right-to-know law on the side. It's just that there's only so many hours in the day. And I think that's all Mr. Poach was trying to say on Thursday night.
Your Honor, can I add to the
Mr. Poach
report too? Sure. And I do appreciate that. I got some terrific input over the last few days, particularly one of my constituents too, as recently as today. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to read all 94 pages he got to me in time, which I do appreciate. It was some things regarding the data points to be able to put out for people to be able to see, and that's what we're looking to do. I'd asked Mr. Sedlak, he already started to work on some of that information. We have more to give him, so we don't have any expectation for any information this evening, but we'll move forward with the information to be able to put it out there. And in addition, Mr. Little kind of took part of my report a little bit later on. We had the discussion started direct towards the software exploration to be able to make that process simpler and easier. In terms of the time and the event. It's one of those things when you come in with a new set of eyes, which I did, to be able to look at that, and I was amazed at the amount of time, and as I looked into it even further, that it wasn't all the same. I anticipated, oh, this, and this. Not really the case, mostly because of the privacy elements in the Act and things that need to be redacted and personal protective information that needs to be held. Similar to, and I know Ms. Drumhill is in healthcare too, as well, similar I would say very similar to some of the HIPAA requirements in terms of personal health information that's kept in place too. So we're going to move forward to do that, to be able to allow people to know who asks for information, as well as what we can get out there as quickly as possible. It's that simple. And try to make it a little bit easier and faster. I think we're a little envious of some of the software stuff, but then again, it works. It works when the salesman shows it to you, but not necessarily we'll see happens in place too. So looking forward to doing that. Thank you for letting me add on to your report, sir.
Very good. Mr. Little, the floor is still yours.
I'm done.